About a decade ago, whenever someone would talk about influential American states, one would think of Florida, California, or Washington. But in recent times, a state that was considered to be left behind is getting global attention. We are talking about Texas, a state that is often associated with cowboy culture and deserts. Today we're going to read the tale of its emergence as the most powerful American state, and furthermore dig deep to find how it earned this status. Texas. Texas has the second largest economy in the United States, after California. However, Texas is growing at a much faster pace. In 2022, Texas's GDP grew by 8.5%, compared to 7.9% for California. This growth is being driven by a number of factors, including the state's low taxes, business-friendly environment, and abundant natural resources. Over the last decade, the Lone Star State has experienced remarkable growth in population, making it one of the most powerful states in the United States. Right now, it has a population of over 30 million that makes it the second most populous state in America. This increase has led to a shifting political landscape, economic prosperity, and an influx of new residents from various parts of the country. But this sudden growth by Texas was a result of decades-long determination. The uplift. The story of Texas's ascent can be traced back to the mid-20th century. In 1960, Texas was the sixth most populous state in the nation, trailing behind Ohio, Illinois, Pennsylvania, California, and New York. However, by 1970, a significant change was already underway. A trend toward westward and southern migration became evident, causing Texas to surpass New York in population. This marked the beginning of Texas's ascent to becoming one of the nation's most populous states. The population growth in Texas has continued at a steady pace. During the past 15 years, Texas has added nearly 10 million residents, gaining 2 additional congressional seats in the process. In stark contrast, California has experienced a consistent outflow of residents, with an average of 100,000 Californians leaving the state each year. This trend has been so pronounced that for the first time ever, California lost a House seat due to its depopulation. Political power. Along with population comes enormous political uplift. Texas is also gaining political power after time. The state's population is growing rapidly, and Texas is on track to gain additional seats in the U.S. House of Representatives after the 2030 census. Texas also has a large number of electoral votes, and the state is increasingly becoming a swing state in presidential elections. In addition to its growing population, Texas is also becoming more politically diverse. The state's Hispanic population is growing rapidly, and Hispanics are now the largest ethnic group in Texas. This demographic shift is leading to a more competitive and dynamic political landscape. Now let's have a look at why this much power and population rushed towards Texas. Mass migration. The driving force behind this mass migration to Texas is multifaceted. People are drawn to the state for various reasons, including economic opportunities, lower taxes, and a different political climate. Texas has earned its reputation as a land of possibilities, both for individuals and businesses. Whether it comes to moderate climate, low taxes, or even opportunities, Texas was offering everything. With its great geographical location and local production, the state started to lead all 50 U.S. states in terms of exports. In 2022 alone, nearly $500 billion worth of products were exported. This remarkable figure represents a quarter of all U.S. exports combined. Now, where all of these opportunities were attracting masses, major American companies also preferred to wash their hands in running water. Companies investing. Texas is also home to a growing number of Fortune 500 companies, surpassing California and other states in this regard. Prominent figures like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg have taken notice of Texas's economic appeal. The state boasts a diverse and thriving economy, thanks to its oil and gas resources, energy industry, and technological innovations. But above-listed factors aren't good enough to attract great production houses and giant investors like Elon and Zuckerberg. But the ability of Texas to produce petroleum oils served as icing on the cake. Oil production. Texas has become a global leader in oil and gas production. Texas is a major producer of oil and gas, and the state's energy sector is booming. It's contributing to nearly 50% of America's total oil production and 25% of its natural gas production. The state's energy sector has played a pivotal role in securing its economic dominance. Texas is also a leader in wind and solar power production. In 2022, Texas generated more electricity from renewable sources than any other state. This diverse economic landscape has firmly established Texas as a powerhouse on the national and global stage. Strategic location. Apart from all these opportunities, Texas's geographical location also plays an integral part. The state is God-gifted when it comes to location and serves as a heaven for any investor. The state is home to two major ports, Houston and Corpus Christi, that makes it easier to import products and then export them. Texas is also a major transportation hub, with a network of highways and railroads that connect the state to the rest of the country and the world. Altogether, these ports and transportation networks made it the exportation capital of America. Additionally, Texas's location on the Gulf of Mexico gives the state access to Latin America and the Caribbean. As most of those countries are still under development, they heavily rely on imports, so Texas plays an integral part as the economies of these regions grow. Tech sector. In addition to all of this, Texas is also home to a growing number of tech companies. Texas has made significant strides in technological advancements and innovation, attracting both established corporations and startups. Austin has become known as a hub for startups and venture capital investment. Texas is also home to several major aerospace and defense companies. That reflects that investors from all over the sectors are being attracted by Texas. Complications. However, with this exceptional success comes a pertinent question. Can Texas maintain its conservative identity in the face of significant migration from blue states? There is a concern that newcomers from places like California and New York might bring their more progressive or woke politics with them, potentially turning the state's political landscape from solid red to blue. This concern is not unfounded, given that Texas has become a preferred destination for those seeking refuge from the policies and politics of blue states. Reality. The data challenges the assumption that Texas is turning blue due to the influx of residents from more liberal areas. In reality, surveys indicate that a significant portion of those who have moved from blue states to Texas align with conservative values. This revelation has left many political pundits rethinking the narrative. For example, a poll from 2013 found that California residents relocating to Texas were 57% conservative, while only 27% identified as liberal. In 2018, during the Senate race between Ted Cruz and Beto O'Rourke, exit polling data revealed that the refugees from blue states favored Cruz by a margin of 15 points, while native Texans preferred O'Rourke by a smaller 3-point margin. This data suggests that without these refugees, Beto O'Rourke might have won the election. The mass migration to red states like Texas is not turning them blue. Rather, it is reinforcing their conservative identity. Florida is another example of this phenomenon. In just 4 years, Florida transitioned from a purple state that twice voted for Barack Obama to a solid red state with a Republican supermajority in its legislature. Texas stands at the forefront of this shift and is becoming not only an economic powerhouse, but also a political force that is increasingly leaning conservative. Poverty. Another thing that needs our attention is the poverty rate in Texas. It is fairly greater when compared to others and comes at 13th spot when it comes to poverty rate. But the way its economy is booming, it is also creating new opportunities for the locals, so it is expected that Texas is going to tackle it down soon too. Texas's rise to prominence as a powerful and populous state is a remarkable transformation that is shaping the nation's political and economic landscape. Texas is not just a geographical location. It has become a symbol of resilience and a land of opportunity for those who call it home. This was it for today. Make sure you give it a like and share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can get the latest updates.